Was John F. Kennedy complicit in his own assassination? Now, the thing to remember here is that every single American president has been a Freemason, and that of course will include John F. Kennedy. Like it or not, the only way you are ever going to become a USA president is if you are, first of all, a Freemason. That is why all of them are members of the Freemasons. Now, Freemasons use pagan symbols in all of their designs and cryptographies, and paganism is the worship of Apollyon the Destroyer. That's the beast from the pit from the book of Revelation. Apollyon is the son of Zeus, and Apollyon's other name is Alexander the Great, and Alexander the Great is confirmed as having been a real person. Now, this is who they worship. Now, taking this into account, that would mean that John F. Kennedy is a devil worshipper. And as a devil worshipper, of course, he will be, as his father, the devil. He will be subtle, he will be charming, and he will be highly deceptive, and will go to any lengths to get his own way. So, being part of this cult, I believe that John F. Kennedy was not so much assassinated, but went willingly to this killing of himself, which basically made it his own suicide. He was complicit in the taking of his own life. Now, if we look at the cavalcade where John F. Kennedy was driving along just before he was shot, I'll show it to you in a moment, you'll see that one moment he's waving, and the next he takes his collar like this. But he does it in a very exaggerated way, and he pulls his shirt and tie open, and he lifts his arms up, and then he just stays there like this, and his wife takes his arm gently. There doesn't seem to be any kind of panic going on with what she's doing. She just takes his arm, and then she moves her head down to him. Now, I would presume there that she knew what was going on too, and she was saying goodbye to him, and that he, once he'd opened his shirt, okay, had made a Masonic signal, like the signal where you will see Freemason ceremonies where they have a noose around their neck. So a noose is a slip knot, and so is a tie. A tie is a different form of slip knot. And also the pulling open of the shirt, that's another Masonic signal which is done within the ceremonies of Freemasonry. So he's pulled his shirt open, which is a Masonic signal. He's moved his tie down and to one side, which again is another Masonic signal. He took his arms and he very exaggeratedly pulls them up, and then he puts his head down and kind of turns it a little bit as his wife's talking to him. Now, with that, he has now made a flying disc shape. His head and his two arms like that. That's a sun disc, a two-ray sun disc, a flying disc shape, signalling as the time. Now, putting your head down, if you know something's going to hit you, you don't want to get hit in the face. Your first natural reaction is to put your head down so that you get hit here, not in the face. And I believe that John F. Kennedy knew he was going to be shot, signalled that he was going to be shot, made the eye shape, the sun disc shape like this, and got ready, put his head down, ready for the shot, and that his wife knew what was going on. Let me show you the clip. It's John F. Kennedy there, and now he's getting hold of his collars. Look at the exaggeration of what he's doing. His wife doesn't seem panicked. She takes his arm like she's saying goodbye. He's put his head down. He's waiting. There's the shot, and he's shot in the head. Viewing it from this perspective, I believe is the only way to get close to the truth, because everyone has looked at who killed John F. Kennedy. I don't think that it's a case anymore of who killed him, because it seems he was complicit in this. And his girlfriend, he was married to Jackie Onassis obviously, but he had a girlfriend, and his girlfriend was Marilyn Monroe. On my website planetxtube.com, I've got picture after picture of her making the eagle claw hand sign of Mercury, the false prophet. Mercury, or Hermes in Greek, is the brother of Apollyon the Destroyer, and therefore also a son of the devil himself. So Marilyn Monroe was a Freemason, a devil worshipper, just like John F. Kennedy, and she died under strange circumstances also, allegedly an overdose. But again, she also may have gone willingly to her death. Next, let's move on to Jackie Onassis. That's her there. Sorry, Jackie Kennedy. She went on to marry Aristotle Onassis, who was a Greek shipping magnate, a multi-billionaire. You don't get to that kind of level unless you're a Mason. And the interesting thing about Aristotle Onassis also is the fact that his initials are AO, and AO is another name of Apollyon the Destroyer. So the whole thing seems to blend in and follow this path of Apollyon worship. So I believe that John F. Kennedy, being a Freemason, as all American presidents are, was complicit in his own assassination, and therefore you could say that he in fact went to his own organised suicide for the furtherment of the cause of a secret society of Freemasonry, of paganism, of worship of Apollyon the Destroyer, whom pagans openly admit that they worship.